It's good, y'all. I'm finally back. It's been an interesting last couple days, last week. I'm loading my brush right now. I'll go over all the gear in a minute. But it's been interesting. So my channel got disabled or removed permanently from YouTube due to breach of community guidelines, apparently. And I emailed them, or no, I did an appeal saying I have no idea what happened or how I breached community guidelines in any way. And waited 24 hours. They restored it, apologizing. So I think that was probably like an algorithmic mistake. Maybe other YouTubers that are watching this can attest to that. But I couldn't even watch YouTube videos on my channel, like with my account. I had to use like a different account to watch videos or something. Like they completely disabled it. Anyways, less than a day later, it got disabled again. So, and I asked why the second time before they restored it, and they gave me a vague answer. So I honestly have no idea. We'll see if it happens a third time. If you're watching this video, my channel disappears, you kind of know why. I wish I knew why, but it is what it is. We're just going to keep it moving. We're just going to have a great shave. We got some new gear. Let me just rinse the puck real quick. Might as well start with the star of the show, at least for me. This is the most important piece of gear in this shave for me. I got a new brush, another Black Eagle. I know it's too many, right? But I couldn't pass down this opportunity. This is the Fox, whatever, ivory elephant shape Black Eagle hand tied one, loaded with a HT1 knot, 25 millimeter. Really like it. It's actually gonna be my first shave with it. And for the soap, we got another Noble Otter soap, and this is called Two Kings. So this is like a rose and oud scent. It's a two-tone combination, but it's got an interesting list of scent notes. I'll just name them now before I go into the scent later, but it's black currant, citrus, jasmine, lily of the valley, rose, carnation, incense, oud, sandalwood, and oak moss. So there it is. I love how the artisan puts the scent notes right on the label. You don't have to look it up or anything. It's just right there. Dope label. I think this comes to you for $16. But yeah, we'll get started on the lather in a second. Actually, the razor, brand new Kamisori, came out from Feather. I think this is meant to, in addition to the line, I didn't close this all the way. It's a new addition to the line. There's the Feather SS, the Feather DX, and now there's this one. I believe it's called the ACSR-NB. Very weird name, but it's got a really cool textured grip. It's got like these, like this little thumb notch here, and the taper is a little bit different. And one thing I noticed is the weight distributed very well. It's all stainless steel. I was really excited to get this. I got this direct from Japan, and for comparison, this is the Feather SS. So you can kind of see a side-by-side here. This one feels lighter for sure, a little bit. I'll try to give you the heads so you can kind of see the taper. I don't know if that's focusing, so I apologize. But if you look real close, the taper is off a little differently on the Feather. It's a Feather SS, it's a little bit more rounded. Whereas on this one, it's a little bit less rounded, a little bit more straight. But I hear it's more rounded than the DX, the Feather DX. So this might be like an in-between. I'm very curious to try it. It looks really nice quality. I'm looking forward to giving that a shot. And just for shits and giggles, we got the CJB, Feather, and then I'll just put these all up so you guys can see it. Yeah, if you just look at the tips, there is some slight difference, and that could affect how the blade feels on your face. But depending how great the shave goes, I might just sell my straights, honestly, dudes. Straights has just like been a pain in the butt for me. Yeah, that's the box, all Japanese. But yeah, it says it right here, ACSR-NB. Here it is. Yeah. So let's get into the lather before I talk too much. Hope you guys have been good. We're working on 2 days of growth. This might be a longer video, but since I may or may not be able to make videos anymore, I don't really care anymore. I'm just gonna make a longer video. Just gonna enjoy the damn shave. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the word saying damn is enough to get me banned or what. I know other people curse, but no idea why. But it's all good. Positive vibes. All right, let's get into this lather. In comparison to my other HT1, this feels about the same. It's got a lot less gel than my other one, but it's still just as soft almost. It's just got a tiny bit more scrub, but it's super soft. Softer than the HT2 for sure. And I'm loving this handle, very comfortable. Yeah, now the scent, for me, is actually a very challenging scent. I got it because I was very impressed with Telegramma, even though that was a scent made by Imaginary Authors, but I was impressed with the soap scent. I mean, the soap base when I did like a nice heavy load on it, and the price was right. But yeah, this one, the reason why it's challenging to me is like the rose is not that forward, and rose just comes super easy to me. So, you know, I know a lot of people like they don't like rose the same way I do. Some people do. It depends on the person. Some people like bay rums. Some people like florals. Some people like, you know, cologne type scents. So, you know, it varies. Everyone has their own preferences. So for me, I really like rose. Oud to me is like very, can be challenging, could be musky, animalic. Even if it's not real oud, it smells completely different. But yeah, I don't know. This one was kind of challenging because there's not a ton of rose. It's got like a weird smell to it. You get like a tiny bit of incense in the background, maybe. Yeah, maybe that lily of the valley. I don't get any jasmine, but it's kind of blended in a way where it's like you don't pick out a ton of single notes. You definitely pick out the rose, but that oud is kind of prominent. So I'm gonna revisit it a few more times in my rotation in the soap, see how it grows on me. But so far it's not that bad, you know. It's not like I gotta like get rid of it or anything like that. So sorry, my hands are super slippery. Just gonna go back to my alum here. Alum is like essential for me when I'm lathering. This could definitely take some more water. I'm just gonna enjoy the lather today. Yeah, that's awesome. So, yeah, to me it's like rose, oud, and like a bunch of other stuff that I can't even describe, but to me it's definitely challenging. To some people, they might love it. For me, it's not a love, but it's a like. I kind of like challenging scents. Kind of nowadays, this deep into wet shaving, kind of just adds a little bit more spice, more fun to it. No pun intended. No spices in this. But yeah, I hope you guys have been doing well. I am kicking. I am good. Hope you guys are doing well as well. I think we're pretty good. If I need to add more water, I will. This soap base could take more water than I thought, and damn, we got a ton of lather on this brush here. Just gonna put that back on the top for the next pass. And just rinse off. So we're using a Schick Proline P30 on its like 4th use or something. I haven't even counted, but see how this goes. Working on 2 days of growth here, so you might get some resistance with the blade, but I'll address my comment earlier when I said I might sell my straights. I don't know how serious that statement is yet, but wow, that's knocking down the growth. Yeah, and I don't even know how old this blade is. Like, just had it laying around. Wow, tons of hair in this freaking sink. All right. Yeah, so it doesn't feel aggressive at all. I heard the DX is the most aggressive. I've never tried the DX. I know Ken tried it and many, many others. I think he has a video on his channel. Wow, it feels really nice. I mean, it's not butter smooth because it's like 2 days growth. It feels very safe. I bet that will pick up on the second pass. But yeah, this thing is super grippy. I'm loving this handle. It's perfectly weighted. Can't forget the skin stretching, guys. But man, I just gotta say something. Something about a machined edge, it's just sharper. You can never get a straight razor as sharp as a machined edge. It's just a fact. And you guys will probably say, oh, you don't need it to be as sharp as a... Yeah, maybe you're right, but everyone has different types of growth. Thicker growth would struggle with a lot of edges, you know? It's not as simple as, oh, it's sharp, it can cut. There's grinds, there's a lot of factors. And it can make a lot of beginners who don't know what's going on kind of like, I want to say discouraged, maybe. Almost done with this pass. I probably should have grabbed the fresh blade, but it doesn't have a ton of mileage on it. But yeah, look at this growth. It's picking it up. I really like this razor so far. I'm definitely going to sell my other feather SSs. I have two of them. I have the folding and the Kamisori. Cool, that's good for the first pass. I'm just going to rinse real quick. Just going to distribute the water on my face a little bit. Feels really good. My skin feels like, you know, doesn't feel any irritation. Despite how sharp that blade is. I know there's been a hot debate between these artist clubs versus like straights. And honestly, it doesn't have to be a competition. It's whatever really works for you. Same thing with DEs, same thing with everything. You know, there's people that use Arco that are super happy. If Arco works for you, use it. Who the hell am I or anyone else to tell you what works for you, what doesn't, what makes you happy? You know, I never understood that. I never understood that when people get upset over other people's gear. Just use what makes you happy. Like, period. You know what I mean? It's like, if you buy a certain car, no one's going to give you crap for it, or I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling. We are 15 minutes in after one pass, so most likely. All right, let's do this. I love this little grip here. Even with soap in my hands, I could just, it feels grippy and like I have full control of the razor. So if you own the Feather SS already, you might, like, I'm not saying go out and buy this, But if you're shopping for one, consider this if it's roughly the same price. I think I paid like $150. So you could sell that one. This is, sorry, I'm gonna sell my other ones. I'm saying if the Feather SS is similar in price, then you might want to consider it. You see what I just did, guys? I went against the grain, or kind of upwards. It might be a cross for me, but I went upwards on my neck, and I can't do that with a lot of straights. And that's not a fault of straights, you know. There's a lot of edges, and I'm sure you could get it right, but I don't know. For me, it's not practical because it's much harder to get to BBS. And then if your argument is, oh, you don't need to get a BBS, it's not a valid argument to me, because you could get to BBS with a freaking DE without much effort, you know? So that's my thoughts on the matter. I love Chevettes, but if you're somebody who uses the same razor every day, even if you're, you know, stropping it correctly, you might have to hone it every 2 to 3 months or have it honed. If you're honing your own razor, it's fair game. Having to hone it is kind of a pain in the butt because you got to send it out. Wow, man, this thing is knocking down the growth. I mean, 2 days of growth is just essentially gone after 2 passes. I mean, we got some residual growth. Is that even a word? We got some leftover growth, but not a ton. All right, we'll finish up here. We'll do another pass instead of talking too much. But yeah, it's been a while since I put a video, so why not catch up with you guys, talk a little bit. Yeah, it's a very interesting set, man. It's just like, it's weird, man. It's challenging. To me, it's challenging. Like, I was expecting a lot more rows. I think that's why you buy a set expecting it, not knowing the ratios. But, you know, it's kind of nice at the same time. It's, like, very pleasant. Yeah, and I'm wearing, like, a patchouli rose oud fragrance today to kind of match it. And works very well with it. This brush is awesome. No complaints. Just kind of go the same directions. I don't know, I just prefer to use my right hand with Chevettes. It's because I did it for many years. So, habit. There you go. This does not feel aggressive at all on the skin though, but I don't know if you guys could see the hair. There it is. Still picking up a ton of hair. And that third pass, very relaxing. Yeah, I'm not gonna go against the grain on my mustache. I'd rather go with the grain on my mustache like 2-3 times than go against the grain, because that just gives me irritation. And I found that on that second pass, it still cuts hair, and even in the same direction, so probably not as efficient as shaving other directions, but I'm just gonna get some lather on my hands here. and kind of touch up. But yeah, zero irritation so far. That's why I'm willing to do some cleanups. Like, I can even buff with this. Not many people buff, I guess. But the angle at which my hair grows is ridiculous on my neck. A lot of people suffer the same fate that I do. There it is. Sweet. We are done. Let me rinse this off and we'll get into the post shave. Alright guys, just gonna feel around in a minute once I completely dry. Wow man, 2 days of growth, 3 passes and a cleanup, I'll say. And let's feel around. Wow, BBS is hell. This is not something I could do on a straight as easily, but that's probably due to my poor technique, so I'm not even gonna compare it. But wow man, what a great shave. You can still get a fantastic shave with the SS, but I think this is a new favorite of mine, the ACSR-NB. Really cool, nice even distribution of weight on this, very gripping handle even when wet. I really dig it. There's no other videos on YouTube on this, so I thought I'd put a video on it. I noticed that it clamps the blade a little bit tighter as well than the other Artist Club shevettes I've tried. But yeah, this one I'm probably gonna sell in my folding one because I only need one. And then new brush in the den, absolutely love it. Oh, splash. Boom, 2 kings. Let me spray some A&E post-shave serum. Get some there. Sorry for the longer video, guys, 23 minutes. So I have like no burning on my face. Very similar scent in the splash versus the soap. You get more jasmine. You still get that rosewood combo. The splash is actually better than the soap. Much better. It's awesome. I like it. Very nice. Sorry, it was hard to describe. But yeah, that's it for the shave, guys. Hopefully my channel stays up. If not, thanks for the almost 400 subs, guys. Appreciate you guys. But that's it for the shave, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.